going on with you guys? Thank you for tapping in with me again today. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Cleveland. So happy Thursday, everybody. Hope everybody having a good week thus far. The week is almost over. Y'all ready for the weekend? What's the plans? What y'all got going on? If y'all about to go out and just hang out, go out and dance and all that, y'all could, make sure you bring me along. No, I'm just messing around. But hopefully everybody having a good weekend. Hopefully everybody having a good week thus far. And staying healthy, staying safe. That's really what it's about. Anyway, so I just made a video. It was about like 12 minutes. No, it was like 9 minutes. Made like a video for like 9 minutes, and the audio was trashed. So I don't know what happened, but we're gonna do this again. We're gonna try to keep the same energy. We're gonna make sure that it's not boring, and we're gonna get it done. So we gotta get back to work because we got a lot of work to do. So this video is just to let you guys know what's going on. Last night, there was a few things I did. I made sure that I fixed the wall, got the mud up there, put the sheetrock up, all that. I also started on this stand right here. Some of you might have already noticed that we had the stand right there. While I was talking, you guys are looking around, got the stand right here. So this stand is going to go over here in the corner. It's for the 150 gallon. This stand is 5 foot long, 3 feet tall, and 26 inches wide. So we're going to put eventually like a 75 gallon or something up under there, something like that. So, looking forward to that. We also have, or we had in this place, that beautiful, basking platform / cave. So I put it in that tank right there. Unfortunately, the driftwood, I never had it in an aquarium. I never had it in an aquarium. It was always in my snake tank. And then it was in storage for a long time. So it wasn't waterlogged. Full of tannins. That being said, we have a swamp over here. This swamp would be perfect if we had an alligator, snapping turtle, something of that sort. But we have this beautiful, kind of bougie, full of soft-shell turtle. So she can't go in here. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and let the driftwood kind of release the tannins. We'll let this driftwood kind of release the tannins. We'll do a couple water changes and things like that. So Miami's not going in there anytime soon. Unless when I get that water out and I put some more water in there, if it's turning out that it's kind of clear, then it'll expedite the process. But other than that, we're going to postpone it. That's fine, though. That is fine. Because if what we have to do is bring that tank, set it right there, put the stand into place, put the tank on the stand, and get rid of the stand, we'll do that and still leave this tank right there while it undergoes this process. Because I'm not putting her in there and then all of a sudden we can't see her because, she's in a filthy looking tank or a tank full of tannins. And to me, a tank full of tannins looks filthy. Even though it's not, looks filthy. So that's okay though. I also want to show you the filter that I'm putting on this tank. So you already seen, some of you have already seen the above the tank basking and the above the tank sump that I made for her aquarium some months ago. I replaced that. I used that in replacement of the FX4. And when I tell you, that filter keeps the water pristine. That water is crystal clear, guys. I kid you not. So that's why I said these sumps right here are awesome. The reason why I like the above the tank sumps more than the below the tank sumps is because you don't ever have to worry about them flooding. So as long as your fittings are tight, you won't get a leak. And as long as you don't get a leak, the water, no matter how much water go in, it's always going to come right back out. Whereas if something happened, depending on the way you got it, back siphon, the water will go down into your sump, flood the floor. That's why you're always supposed to have like enough room to where, that if the water start leaking, back siphoning out the tank, it still will be able to hold that amount of water. So that's why I'm a big fan of the above the tank sumps. That being said, we have this guy right here. Let me show you. That being said, we have this guy right here. And with this one, I have all this media in here. I'm going to use all of this, a ton. This is 27 gallons. And I'm going to fill it up with media. Mechanical filtration. So we got the mechanical, got the biological. That's it. I have to fill this thing up. Crazy, right? And then I have this one over here that I'm going to use. It's about 90 quarts. I'm going to use that one in lieu of this one right here. That's sump. I might use them together. I don't know yet. And then I also have this one over here that I'm going to also make and put on one of these tanks. And then check out the stand. A little bit different. A little bit different. I like to have all my stands different. I don't mean like they all are different in certain ways, whether it be the pieces of wood are different in size. And I'm not talking about the length. I'm talking about some has 2x4s, some has 2x6s, some has 2x8s. So all of them are a little bit different. Then the design of it, you know, that one over there is totally different than the other ones. This one right here, I put on wheels. This one is 8-footer right here. I made it with enough space to where I could put a 4-foot aquarium right there, and then also filtration on that side. This one over here, this 225, it's a little off, so I only could put possibly a tank down there that's the size of this sump. That's it. So I didn't like that. That's why I went very high with these over here, with these 4-footers. You know, I could easily put, as you can see, I have 125-gallon aquariums under this one. I'm also going to put a 125 under this aquarium right here. So that's the plan, and that's why I'm only putting a 75 down here. So that's the plan. That's why I'm doing it like this. So this one I wanted to do different. I have these turned this way, and then I have those turned that way. And this right here, I like it so much more because already there's no rocking. You know, the other ones, because of the way the pieces of wood are, it's definitely rocking. So try things out for yourselves. Like, I'm not saying that this is how you got to do it. You know, I learned from, you know, another fellow YouTuber, you know, and I always give him his credits due because he definitely deserves it. You know, Joey, you know, King of DIY, you know what I'm saying? Like, I learned from him years ago, you know, and amongst other things, you know, very, very smart guy. But anyway, and very, you know, good with them informative videos. So I decided to just start changing it up a little bit, get a little, so now that I'm a little bit more comfortable and things like that, that's what I feel like I could do. So wait until you're comfortable, you know, make sure you're doing your due diligence and make sure that you're calculating the weight properly so your tanks don't end up on the floor. All right, moving on. So I also told you I did this. So this was missing altogether. So I put the piece of sheetrock up here and it patched it. So what I need to do is sand that down, and then I hit it with a little bit more mud, sand it, and then I can paint it. And then the same thing with this side over here. Same thing was going on, completely missing. And then same thing over here, completely missing. So hold on. So yeah, same deal over here. I'll just sand and mud, sand and paint. Still gotta get this on the wall. But yeah, it's coming along. It's definitely coming along. This aquarium is ready to go. These is gonna be a minute before we even need these, unless we get some very small fish, some guppies or something like that. I'm thinking like brine shrimp down there maybe. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Brine shrimp or yeah, some brine shrimp or some mollies or something small that I could use as like feeders, you know. I wish I was still able to keep my copepods, but maybe in the future. I think I told you guys we're considering making this 150 right here saltwater. So this whole wall right here be saltwater. So we got the 225 salt, we'll have the 150 salt, we'll have the 75-gallon salt, and then we'll have a 40-gallon right down there salt. And that's pretty much it for the saltwater aquariums. I mean, eventually these beasts right here are gonna get moved into something sweet. But when the time comes, we'll cross that bridge. Let me show you these letters. Those letters look so good. Looks like a geode. She did it with epoxy. If you guys are interested in something like this, I would definitely leave her information down in the description. But yeah, you should certainly look into something like this. This was amazing. Like I told you, it really branded the channel. Really gave us that finishing touch that we need. Or we needed. Man, can't wait to get this room done. All right, guys. Oh, I didn't show you the lagoon. Oh, you see it? Look at that. Oh, snap. Look at it. So I have rocks holding it down. But like I said, Driftwood is releasing a tremendous amount of tannins. So you won't be seeing her in that tank anytime soon. If I have to, what I'll do is I'll just move this 150 right here, put the stand in its place, put the 150 back on the stand or on that stand, and get the stand up out of here. So it won't matter. Nonetheless, that 150 is going onto that stand today. Maybe I'll bring you along for that process, and maybe I'll do it alone. I don't know. You have to stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure the notification bell hit. That's the only way for you to know. But and if you're new to the channel, there's nothing wrong with going back and checking out some old videos so you can see what's been going on, because a lot has happened over the last 2 months. And if you haven't been here longer than 2 months, you may think that this is what the channel always looked like. Or I'm talking about as far as the fish tanks. You know, these tanks used to be absolutely stunning. We'll get back to it. And that's why I'm trying to hurry up and get this room together. Once this room is together, all the tanks are good to go. Then we can start thinking about, you know, potentially getting fish. But until then, we got to work on getting the space. Why would we can't get fish until we get this thing together? So for those of you that have stuck around with me thus far, I appreciate you guys. And man, we almost there. We almost there, you know? So I'll catch you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms. Follow me on Facebook, The Fish Corner. Follow me on TikTok, The Fish Corner. Follow me on Instagram, The Fish Corner. And until next time, guys. Peace!